Hey guys, how are you doing? Today we've got a hill. It's steep. Take a look at this. So today we are renovating a lawn with a very steep slope. This is going to take a bit of work and a bit of graft today. So we haven't really even treated this. We put one moss treatment on and we're coming today to Scarify. It is thick, it is very mossy, and it is also very steep. Videos do not do it justice. So this is going to take some doing. Now obviously we don't want to be going up and down, we want to be going across just to make life a bit easier, but there's quite a bit to do, and the driveway is also very narrow at the corner, and when I came to survey this we struggled to get the van out. We managed to get down but we struggled to get out. So what we're doing, we're leaving the van up there at the top of the road, and we've brought my little trolley and some tonne bags, so everything's going in there, and I'm going to be wheeling all the rubbish up to the van using that. So you can see the moss treatment worked really well and it's browned off nicely. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the scarifier first. I'm going to make my way up at the top and I'm going to start going around the edges and back up to the top, and I'm going to go left to right and just work my way across nice and steady, no rushing. I want to get as much out as I can but without going too far with this. An improvement is an improvement. It is ideal if you can break through to soil level. So that's what I'm going to try and achieve. But I've got to go steady with it. Wow, this is a tricky one. This is really tricky. It's very bumpy in places, and I'm trying to go down to go around the edge, but it's so steep that I can't do that, and I've got to just sort of bring out a line, and then I can work from here backwards and forwards just to allow me to turn around. Problem is we've got humps and bumps, and there's a few little dips over there, and the Scarify is just catching the ridge before the dip, so we're just going to be extra careful there, and yeah, let's crack on. OMG, as I was Scarifying over there, the machine kept toppling over. Don't know if you saw it on the time lapse, but it kept toppling over there. It is really steep. Now we've got these edges in, we can start going across. It should be a lot easier, but it is so thick. The amount that's coming out is just ridiculous. Look at that. It is tough going because you're on a slope the machine's trying to tip all the time, so you're having to straighten that. And at the same time, there's huge amounts of thatch that's coming out and little bits of moss. So I'm having to push it out the way with my feet as I go, because you don't want the wheels on the next return strip going over those piles, because it's going to lift the blades up. You need the blades to be nice and even. Right, it's warmed up quite a bit. Jumpers off, t-shirts out now. Believe it or not, we've actually gone over on the high setting on the Scarifier, and the amount that come out was just phenomenal. Let's have a little look. Doesn't look too bad. You can still see moss in several areas, but we are thinning thatch. The rain can now get in a lot easier. Remember, Scarifying is about thatch thinning, not moss removal. Some moss will come out as a result, but in general you're improving the condition of the health of the grass above the ground by raking and getting out some of the debris that's in the ground. So I'm actually quite pleased with that. It came out better than what I was hoping. I just had an awful feeling I would have to go over it 2 or 3 times. Thankfully it's good enough. The customers, the reason I'm saying this is because the customer doesn't want to be doing any overseeding with it being such a large lawn, and obviously it's cost prohibitive. So we are literally just being as careful as we can and teasing out what we can. So yeah, you can still see areas of moss, but remember, like I say, we're thinning out the thatch layer. So what's going to happen is now everything will drain better, so it's not as wet all the time. And we're also going into warmer weather, so it's not going to be as wet all the time. So the moss is going to suffer because it hasn't got the environment. And the grass is going to start thriving because the grass is getting its environment. So what's happening, what will happen over the next 6 to 8 weeks is the grass will perk up. The conditions are looking really good for the grass. And the moss will start to fade back a little bit and suffer. And they both compete for the same space. So the grass is going to start improving and winning. Right, so I'm only half filling the tonne bags because I'm going to be squeezing them into the back of the van today, which means lifting them up inside the van on top of machines and tools. So what I'm going to do, half filling so I can lift them up. So there you go. Top bit's done now. So I'm just going to stick time lapses on for the rest of the lawn. Got the main section down there, and then it sweeps round to a smaller section at the bottom. We're getting there, slowly getting there. Oh, right, that is it. We are done. Needed doing. It could have been doing again, but this is as far as we can go for the customer's peace of mind. So that is what we're going to do. It will help because we have thinned out the thatch to a degree. In an ideal world, we'd go over another two times possibly and get it all out so we can see the soil. But you know, it's an improvement, and if we can get an improvement, it's better than it was. So I've said to the customer, other than being too aggressive and getting it all out in one go, we can do it now, and then we could do it again maybe in the autumn or maybe early next year, and just repeat it for a few years until we get topside and working our way down through the thatch layer. We do it in a way that doesn't affect the grass too much, doesn't cause too much damage and wear and tear. So it's minimal wear and tear, allowing it to recover, and then we'll go again later on in the year. So that is the plan. Right, thanks for watching. Please do me a favour, please give me a thumbs up, be very much appreciated, and please click on the subscribe button. Please click on that subscribe button down there, mean a lot. Thanks a lot guys, see you on the next one. Right guys, that is it. Bit of extra bonus footage there, showing the slope and the hill.